Attempting to hatch 130 eggs under a single residential roof means managing severe extremes. You are balancing the world's smallest domestic bird, the quail, against the sheer biological mass of an ostrich. In the wild, these embryos rely entirely on their mothers to regulate temperature and humidity. Without that adult bird present, they are completely vulnerable to the surrounding environment and have almost zero chance of surviving their first few days. To bridge that gap, the caregiver must deploy highly specialized incubators. Each machine acts as an artificial life support system, meticulously dialed to the precise temperature and humidity requirements of each specific species. But the complications don't stop at the hatch. One of the early quail chicks emerged with a severe motor defect known as splayed leg, a condition that leaves it entirely unable to stand or walk. A simple human intervention can override this defect. By cutting off a slice of a Band-Aid and wrapping it around the chick's legs, you create a makeshift tension brace. This physical correction forces the limbs into proper alignment, fixing a biological failure that would be a death sentence in the wild. Survival also dictates strict social dynamics. When one duckling hatched almost entirely black, it stood out from its identical yellow siblings. In a flock that demands conformity, this difference puts the young bird at high risk of being targeted and killed by its own family. To engineer flock cohesion, the caretaker introduced a laser pointer to the pen. By giving the young birds a shared moving target, it forced them to focus on a common enemy. They began hunting as a unified team, ultimately accepting the outlier as one of their own. The highly specialized incubators, the corrective medical tape, and the moving lasers are highly effective at forcing physical survival. But aggressively fixing biological hurdles pushes these animals into a far more complex phase of development, where artificial human care actively collides with their deepest natural instincts. When a duckling hatches, its brain is desperate to locate a mother. Without an adult bird present, they neurologically lock on to the first moving object they see. By imprinting on the human caretaker, their social focus is permanently rewired. The immediate result is absolute psychological dependency. The ducklings experience severe separation anxiety, relentlessly following their human caretaker from room to room and refusing to fall asleep with them present. Because they lack a natural environment to learn standard behaviors, the caretaker has to step in to manufacture those milestones. This requires building a makeshift backyard water park just so the flock can practice swimming and waterproofing their feathers safely. They also need to learn how to forage. Since bugs are a critical part of their wild diet, feeding them the larvae from an abandoned wasp nest perfectly simulates the protein hunt without exposing the vulnerable chicks to adult stinging insects. Every lesson taught by the human caretaker ensures the ducks survive the week, but acting as the perfect surrogate mother deeply cements an unsustainable psychological dependency, making true independence impossible in a domestic setting. While the ducks struggle with overwhelming social dependency, the massive ostriches face an entirely different developmental hurdle, rooted deep in their biology. Despite carrying the genetics of prehistoric giants, ostrich chicks are remarkably naive. They possess zero innate cognitive instinct to distinguish actual food from a dangerous, inedible object. A domestic office lacks the specific visual cues of their natural habitat that trigger proper foraging. As a result, the chicks spend hours indiscriminately pecking at blank walls, extension cords, and expensive camera gear, attempting to consume anything they can swallow. This cognitive vulnerability eventually hits a wall that human intervention cannot scale. Despite constant monitoring and an emergency rush to a specialized vet at 2 a.m., a sudden infection rapidly overwhelmed one of the young ostriches, and his body gave out. No amount of emotional attachment, high-tech incubation, or emergency medical care can override an animal's inherent evolutionary frailties when it's forced to grow up completely isolated from its natural habitat. As the weeks progress, the surviving birds rapidly accelerate toward adulthood. The physical reality of housing 3 distinct growing species under one roof quickly spirals out of control. The animals physically outgrow their artificial enclosures. Fully feathered quail begin taking flight straight into the walls, while the rapidly expanding ducks turn a standard household bathtub into a highly unsanitary swamp within hours. This developmental dead end takes a massive toll on the caretaker. Sleep deprivation sets in as a vocal flock relentlessly demands the attention of a mother figure that a human can no longer provide. The domestic environment was absolutely necessary to keep them alive on day one, but now that exact same environment is acting as a cage, actively stunting their final transition into fully functioning adult animals. Severing this dependency requires a massive logistical leap. The entire flock is packed up for a 20-hour drive across the country to one of the most specialized animal rescue sanctuaries available. Here, the landscape finally matches their adult biological programming. The ducks are released into a sprawling natural pond. The quail move into dedicated outdoor enclosures, and the ostriches gain acres of open land to safely reach their 300-pound adult weight. Human intervention is a highly effective artificial catalyst for early survival. We can manipulate incubators and override broken limbs to bridge the gap between life and death. But the ultimate success in raising wild animals isn't holding on to them. It's guiding them to a stage where they never need our help again.